You never know when a situation will present itself when you're going to have to decide who you are and what you stand for. The defining moments in our lives often don't come with advance warning. They can arise in scenarios we would have never expected, and they don't come sometimes with the luxury of a whole lot of time to go inside yourself for some serious introspection. So how do you prepare for all of that? You're type A people, I know that. You want to be prepared. I had such an experience recently with the travel ban. As you heard, it's a tradition at the Department of Justice for the Deputy Attorney General to stay on during the transition between administrations. And that's for good reason. It's important to have continuity. And so I agreed to stay on as Acting Attorney General until President Trump's Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, could be confirmed. It was supposed to be an uneventful time. We had agreed with the incoming team that while I was the Acting Attorney General, things would stay just as they were. No positions of the Department of Justice would change. Everything would stay status quo. Well, I was in the car on the way to the airport late in the afternoon of Friday, January 27th, when I learned from media reports that the President had signed an executive order restricting travel from 7 Muslim-majority countries. Even though this was the very first we had heard of this, we were going to have DOJ lawyers in courts all over the country defending it within a matter of hours. And on Monday, I learned that we had to take a position at the department on the constitutionality of the order. This is not what I was expecting. My former chief of staff had jokingly told me that during the short time that I was acting AG, I'd have time for, and these are her words, a lot of long, boozy lunches. As we expected that everything was going to be quiet during this time, but I can tell you there wasn't time for lunches at all, boozy or otherwise. Now, don't worry, I'm not about to launch into an exhausting discussion of constitutional law or immigration law. And I appreciate that people of goodwill can have very different views, both on the legality of the order and what I should have done in this scenario. But I do think that it's illustrative of an unexpected moment when the law and conscience intersected, and the decision had to be made in a very short period of time. After reviewing the legal challenges and reading cases and conferring with the DOJ lawyers, I came to the conclusion that defending the constitutionality of the travel ban would require the Department of Justice to argue that the executive order had nothing to do with religion, that it was not intended to disfavor Muslims. And this was despite the numerous prior statements that had been made by the President and his surrogates regarding his intent to effectuate a Muslim ban. I believed that this would require us to advance a pretext, a defense not grounded in truth. And so I directed the Department of Justice not to defend the ban.